Good evening everybody. My project is about comparing two cell phones of recognized brand Xiaomi Mi Note 10 and the iPhone 11. I will mention some characteristics to know more about these devices. In terms of design, the Xiaomi Note 10 has a curvature in the back as well as in the front that make it more fashionable. It also a quite smart frame and the front camera horn is a little notch in water-drop shape. On the back light with now is crystal, which is very unusual in most smartphones, with a fairly discreet finish. On the iPhone 11 has its suggestion of Apple, you will not see really significant change if we compare it with its previous version. They usually keep the main lines on the design on your devices at last for a couple of generations. In fact, the dimension and weight are exactly the same. It's a somewhat heavy and wide mobile is not something exaggerated, but a little more than we would like. The battery of the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 is durable because it has an awesome capacity of 5260 mAh. With this battery capacity, you could reach the end of the day without problems, even if you make intensive use of that device. The iPhone 11 has a battery with a capacity of 3046 mAh, and it could also last you a day, but you don't have to make intensive use of the battery. The Xiaomi Mi Note 10 has 5 rear cameras that work for every occasion, like their photos, motion photos, panoramic photos, and other functions that you can take advantage of your trips. The main camera has 108 megapixels and also has a 32 megapixel front camera. The iPhone 11 has two cameras of 12 megapixels. It has a better performance than its predecessor, but is not remarkable. It also has 12 megapixel front camera, which you could make good portraits if you are in the bright places. As we can see, iPhone 11 isn't as affordable as Xiaomi Mi Note 10 because it costs around $4,000 and the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 has a cost of around $1,800. In my opinion, I used to think that a recognizable brand like Apple had the best devices for the people, but I realized that other brands of devices offer you an equal or greater technology at a lower cost. So, if you need to buy a new smartphone, we must first know what you offer.